All right, welcome to the party. I'm going to be honest with you. This is the first time that I've done, not the first party I've done, but I was thinking, I'm like, I am the type of learner where I got to see this stuff like hands-on. So I'm going to be very honest with you guys. This is the first time I'm doing a party via like video. So I'm actually kind of excited about it because I feel like I can tell you and show you a whole bunch of pictures, and I can show you some YouTube videos of some of these products in action, but it's just different when I can show you. I'm gonna try to keep this very quick and very simple. What is Norwex? Norwex is just basically a company where we've got some amazing products that actually work. And it's just all about getting chemicals out of our home, off of our bodies, but at the same time actually cleaning with just our products and water, which I know it's a lot to take in. It's a lot. It's a hard way of changing the way that we think. How many of you use this right here all over your home? I know I used to. Honestly, I used to use this on lots of stuff. I would use it on mirrors, glass. I would even use this on granite. And I would use like a putty scraper, like a painter's putty scraper, and I would spray everything down. I would use my scrubber, my putty scrubber, and I would get stuff off the granite, and then I would go back with like paper towels or just like your typical kitchen cloth, and I would wipe everything down. And then what's gonna happen with that? I've used it, right? Now I'm done. I've gotta go put it in the laundry. I'm not gonna keep using this. And then a couple days later, guess what? It's back to being dirty. This right here, love it. I hate cleaning stainless steel. Hate it. We got this thing, and I couldn't find anything that would clean it without leaving streaks. I tried like Clorox wipes, everything, and it would kind of clean it, but then when it would dry, it would have streaks everywhere. So I would go to Lowe's, and I would buy these special cleaning wipes. They were like $8 for a jar, and they were really greasy feeling. I would use them. You would have to wash in one direction, and it really didn't clean it. It was just kind of polishing it, but then it would be left behind would be like this greasy feel. So it never really cleaned it. And then every time I'd go back, and I've got 4 kids, so you can imagine what it looked like in another day. Not good, right? Anyway, so then in walks Hammond. My son just got home from school. So in walks Norwex. And I had a friend, I think I posted earlier, she gave me an Enviro cloth, and then she gave me this polishing cloth, and she says, okay, use it. I was like, okay, I will. I cleaned this thing with this right here. I cleaned it with this. I went back, I dried it with this, and I was blown away. Blown away. My husband even said, oh honey, like that fridge looks great. I'm like, let me tell you about these cloths my friend April sent me. And then we were on a mission. Like, we were on a mission to go see what else in the house we could clean. What would you use an Enviro cloth on? You guys, you're gonna use it on everything. You're gonna use it on your stainless steel, your granite, your windows, your glass, your car windows, your toilets. You're going to use, you can use this on wood. If you have a surface in your home, you are going to use this wet to clean it, period. And it's going to get it clean. This is going to basically mechanically pick up everything into this cloth. I want you to think of this as like 1,000,000 fingers. And as you're wiping, what this cloth is doing, it's just picking everything up. It's putting it in this cloth, and it's gonna keep it there until you get rid of that stuff. It is super, super, super absorbent. It will suck up to like 7 times its weight. It's going to suck up a lot of moisture. It can suck up a lot of things. And all you need is water. So I'm gonna show you some of my favorite items. Enviro cloth, you're gonna learn about that. It's amazing. Window cloth, it's like these 2 things you need together. It's like thing 1 and thing 2. They need to be used together. I always use this dry. This is a window cloth. I want you to think purple polished paper towel. Anytime that you would like dry your hands at the sink, instead of grabbing 5 paper towels to dry your hands, Dry your hands on this. It has silver in it. That means that if your hands are wet and you're drying your hands, it's going to get anything extra off your hands. It's going to hold on to it, and as this is drying, it's going to self-purify, which is amazing, right? It's amazing. Okay, what else? This thing, love it. I've had this for over a month now. This is my sponge. I do use my dishwashing liquid on this when I'm doing dishes and stuff at the sink. It does not harbor any bacteria or germs. This will not get stinky. 2 come in a pack, and it will last you for months and months. There's silver in here. It has backlock in that, which means it's going to self-purify. It's amazing. Next thing, our paste. It's amazing. I want to show you what this can do. So this is our cleaning paste. It has 3 ingredients. It's got marble flour, natural soap. It has coconut oil in it. This is kind of like our elbow grease in a jar. If you have something in your home and maybe it's been there for a long time and you haven't been able to get it out, I want you to try this. As you open this, it's like a brick. It's really hard like a rock, right? It's really hard like a rock. This can get Sharpie off of wood, tile, granite. It will get Sharpie off of your walls. It will get Sharpie off of a preschool table. I actually teach preschool, and so I love to use this to get all the crayons, the marker off of the kids' table. Anytime you would have ever used a magic eraser where you really needed to get something off, this is really good. So I have a piece of a granite. It's a piece of granite. I have a black Sharpie marker. I'm going to draw on this right here. I'm just going to put a big in. There we go, Norwex. I just wrote on that with a black Sharpie. I'm going to show you how this wet EnviroCloth, and I just cleaned my bathroom, guys, with this. It's not going to cross-contaminate. I have this, as you touch your cleaning paste, like this, it's going to basically kind of turn into a paste, like a wet paste. I have my granite. I am going to start wiping, and it is getting off my Sharpie. How amazing is that, you guys? I've got 4 kids, and my youngest is 5. I wish I had this when they were younger. Ta-da, it got off. Now, let's say you've got tile. Your floor is tile. We live in the desert. We have a lot of tile in our house. This is actually a demo I already did for somebody else, but I have a tile. I've got a marker. I'll put it in for Norwex. Here we go. I have my wet EnviroCloth. I'm going to touch my paste. It's just on my finger. I'm going to start wiping. And it's getting it off. Are you gonna have to rub it? Yeah, it is. But guess what? It's going to get it off. Now, boom, there you go. What else can you use cleaning paste for? Everything. I use this. For me, I think the 2 biggest things I use this for, I do have a glass top stove. And right around the little edge of the stove, when you're cooking and if it spills and then it hardens, it's kind of hard. You know what I'm talking about. I like to get my sponge and I will touch my paste. I dampen it, touch my paste, and I just kind of go in little circular motions, and it will clean your entire glass top stove. And then I will use this to finish up. Now that I've got this stuff everywhere, I will use my EnviroCloth wet just to simply wipe it, and it will just, it looks amazing. It cleans the whole thing. It's truly amazing. What else can you use cleaning paste for? I'm going to show you some graphics tonight that's going to show you what you would use your cleaning paste for. My daughter will go get this. She's got these new fancy light up shoes. The bottom, they kind of light up and they're white. She will take an EnviroCloth and wet it, and I actually caught her in there. She was touching the paste and she's wiping her shoes to keep them clean, and I had to tell her, I'm like, honey, you know, you don't need that. You could just use a wet EnviroCloth and it will keep your shoes looking clean, so you can keep your shoes clean. We live in the desert. We've got extremely hard water, and You guys have no idea how hard hard water is. This right here is so good at getting hard water off of windows. I can't tell you how many homes I have gone to and they're like, Jess, will you bring that paste over here? I want to see if that paste will get the hard water off my windows outside, because we live in the desert, and if you have grass, you have to have sprinklers, and you run your sprinklers a lot. Well, if your sprinklers splash up on your house or they splash up on your windows and it's extremely hard water, what happens is that hard water will build up and build up and build up. And where you're having to use harsh chemicals to get that off. Sometimes people need razor blades to try and scrape that off. I've had customers that have had like really dark tile in their shower. Like I have a friend who she's got, it's the color of like a rust colored tile. Well, when hard water builds up on that, you can physically see it because it's hard water is like a white in color. And she goes, bring that goody stuff over here. I want to see if it works. So while I was at her home, I used my Norwex products, and it was like magic. It absolutely got all of her hard water off. I did have to use something called the descaler right here to get the hard water off of her windows on the outside, because it had so much hard water on it, but it cut through it like a hot knife in butter. Like she could not believe it. And also I took the same descaler to her shower, sprayed it down. I just used my EnviroCloth and started wiping, and the hard water started coming up off her tile. This is pretty strong, I would tell you that. You can cut this. So you can cut this like 3-to-1 ratio, 3 parts water, 1 part descaler. We also have some dish detergent, which is amazing. This is equivalent to 4 bottles. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. It's right here. This is our dishwashing liquid. There's no chemicals in here. It's a very clean product. I don't want to go off too much on a tangent, but I just want to, got to tell you about the body cloths. Body cloths right here. This is amazing. Amazing. I do not use shaving cream anymore, y'all. This is what I use. In the shower, I will get my body cloth wet. I will rub down my leg. Basically, it's exfoliating my leg. I get my razor, I shave. No razor burn. No razor burn. It took me a little while to build up the courage to do that. But it works. It's amazing. I will use this to take off my makeup at the end of the day. No soap is needed with any of our products. You are not going to have to use this along with a chemical. You just use this in water, and it's going to basically mechanically get everything off the surface. Same thing with it's the same concept with a body cloth. I don't need to put face wash on my face at the end of the night, because this right here with water is mechanically going to get everything off of the surface of my face, including my waterproof mascara, my eyeliner, and because it's almost like a faint like exfoliating it, this is also going to clear up acne. It's going to physically remove a lot of the germs, the dirt, the oil, which is not going to clog your pores, which leads to acne. Many teenagers love to use these on their face, because at the end of the day, you wet it and you wash your face and you go about your business. This is perfect for my 10 and 12-year-old. They are preteens that are starting to get little blemishes here and there, and they have this in their bathroom, and then they wash their face with it and it gets everything off, which is great. Dusting mitts are fantastic. This is just like a dusting mitt. You're gonna go through your home. I love it because we live in the desert, so we have a lot of dust, and it's just good to go in there and get into creases and crevices and get everything clean. Yeah. Okay, over there. Anyway, so that's just some of our products that we have. Stay tuned for tonight in the party, and I will show you more stuff. Bye.